as they come through. My new computer. So.
Oh, can you not when you're on your iPad? You can't see the comments?
No, when I was like not the host last live show, I couldn't see any of the comments. It would cover the screen when I tried to look at them on my iPad.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think we're live now.
What?
Yay.
I said I think we're live now.
We are.
Yay!
Hello.
We are here to talk about Breath of Magic by Teresa Medeiros.
Should be interesting. From your guys' text.
Responded to my text about our status, so I don't know. And I looked yesterday for your review when I was reading during my reading sprints with my Patreon, and I was like, Christy hasn't reviewed it yet. I don't know what anybody thinks. Like, I don't know. So
You're in the dark.
Seriously, normally at least a few people have left a review by the time I read, so I have a good sense of if I'm gonna like it / if I need to continue. So
that is so true. Like usually right before the live show, I'll check like Goodreads just to see like what other people thought. I always find it interesting. This time I didn't do that.
I didn't look today, so I don't know if anybody updated any
reviews. I can't wait to hear.
Hello.
Hi, Justin.
Hello.
Hi. But go ahead. What'd you guys read it, or if you finished it?
You guys start. Or Samantha.
Oh, me start? Okay. So yesterday I got like 30% in and I just wasn't like loving it too much. I was thinking of DNFing it, but then I felt so bad. So I was like, all today while I was working, I was listening to it text to speech because I had the ebook on for my library. My library had it. So I did text to speech and I was just like powering through. I didn't love it. I think the concept would be like a fun 90s rom-com kind of vibe, but like the delivery was kind of boring. So 2 stars seems harsh, but like I would have DNF'd it if we didn't have this live show. So 2, maybe 3. No, 2 stars. Okay, go ahead, Christy.
So you didn't finish it then?
No, I did. I finished it. But
you did? Okay.
Yeah, but it was kind of like stilted at that point because I did the text to speech. You know, sometimes it's awkward.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, I read it as well, and I actually read both books in the series. So I continued on. But which doesn't mean I loved this one because I did not. So I gave this one like 2.5, 3 stars.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel so much better now.
Like 5 stars. I was like, what?
Yeah. I feel like it was definitely outdated, and I don't love her rom-com style of stuff. Like I've read a couple of her other ones that do rom-com, and they're not my favorite from her.
I didn't know this was gonna be rom-com-y. So like I started it and I was like, this whole vibe is not it. So
yeah. I totally agree because like as I was reading it, I was like, this wasn't the best historical romance pick. They're spending pretty much the entire time in modern day New York. But I was like, okay, like the premise sounds kind of cute, like this witch that was like about to be, burned at the stake, and like she ends up going into the future. Like that's a 90s rom-com vibe, but like it was, I don't know, it was boring, and like you said, it did feel very outdated.
Yeah, some of the stuff I was like, that wasn't cool to say or whatever,
Exactly.
Yeah. I got 20% in DNF, so I was reading it yesterday. I got 20%, and I was like, "Do I really want to spend my day reading this that I find awful right now?" But like Samantha said, like I felt kind of guilty because we are doing our book club, so I was like, "Should I read it?" But like you all gave it 2 stars, so like I did not miss anything. No. And there was the one character where he's Native American, and like that whole conversation, I was like, no.
Yep, that's the part I was like,
no. Yep. No. So, and I just didn't like the tone.
Yeah, it felt like sometimes like watching those like 90s like sitcoms that you used to watch when you were a kid, and then you watch it back and you're like, how did I think this was okay? Like this is crazy. That's what it felt like.
Yeah. I think it was hard being in the 90s as well, and then it just felt so outdated and just like not fun,
Yeah, maybe it was contemporary though, because like I don't super feel this way about historical romances when they're out, but
I don't feel that way at all. I I think that there's a certain way to write, and, like, sometimes even when I read contemporary books now, and they'll mention things like I know it sounds silly, but if they'll mention, like, TikTok or something, I'm like, "Ugh, I just don't like that," because I feel like it really does date a book,
Yes.
where there are historical romances that were written in the '80s that you could read now and it, like, is fine.
Mhm.
I for sure
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, I didn't like the hero in this one. Like, I feel like the heroine was fun. Like, she was just so unserious, like, and funny
Mhm,
at times. So she
mhm.
was more like charming, I feel like, than the hero. I just didn't like him.
Yeah, she reminded me of is her name Samantha from Bewitched? Is that her name?
Yep.
Yeah, that's who
Yep.
she reminded me of. Like, she was just whimsical and funny, and he was such, like, a party pooper. I didn't care for him. I was like,
Yeah. That's
"Lame
kind
of
of
you."
actually what this series is kind of like based off of, like Bewitched vibes because of
Oh,
her. And then that's why I continued on to I know we're not talking about the second book, but I continued on to that one because that one actually is their daughter's book and they name her Tabitha, which is one of the names of the characters from there. And she goes back in time to medieval Scotland, like 1200s. So that one I loved. Like I gave that one 4 stars. It was so fun.
Ah, we
oh,
did the
see, we should
wrong
have read
one.
that one. We should have
I
read that one.
know. I know. But yeah, so
That's
they
that
talk about in
Renaissance
that
stuff.
book, she talks about the bewitched themes of her parents and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And like in this book, they eventually have to get, or they don't have to, but they decide to get married because basically the hero just wants to sleep with her. Yeah.
Why would they have to get married?
Because he wants to sleep with her. And she was like, oh no, sir, like I can't do that. I'm a
She's
virgin.
like
That
from
can't
Puritan
happen from
English.
the
She's
old
like,
times.
yeah.
Yeah. And so he's all like, first of all, like I would believe you're a witch more than I would believe you're anybody's a virgin in today's time. Yeah. So I was like, sir, no, 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 no. Yeah.
And like, can we do spoilers for the ending?
Go for it.
Okay, so at the end, right, like she realizes that whatever like spell that she casts is temporary. So she's not going to be staying in New York for like ever. So she's afraid that she's going to like get sent back to Puritan, but she's like Puritan England. So she's in love with him or whatever. So then he somehow starts believing in her magic and like casts a spell of his own that basically like keeps her in New York because he loves her. And I was like, this doesn't seem like how did we
What?
get from him being like such an asshole to literally like casting a spell to save her? I didn't believe it.
Yeah.
I didn't believe it.
Well, like in the beginning, how he's like kind of like wants magic to be proven real. And so I was like, why? Like, what's the point of this? And I guess it has to do with like the whole like warlocks come in at the end and stuff. So like, yeah, because he was like adopted and there's some stuff about like his birth family is like a whole wild
Yeah.
ride.
So it was like historical time travel fantasy rom-com. Like it was doing too much. It was doing too much.
Yeah,
What
for
was the
sure.
murder mystery?
I don't really remember
Who was
actually.
murdered? I read it like last week, so I'm trying to remember.
There was no murder 20% in, so I do not know what this is talking about.
I don't remember.
I'm
Again,
trying
I
to
was reading
remember.
Speech this morning, like on hyper speed. Justin,
Maybe it
clarify.
has, I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember.
Remind us, Justin, please, because we were rushing. His partner was killed by him.
The hero?
I don't remember this.
Oh, okay. I kind of, yeah, I kind of remember it now.
But he
Okay.
didn't actually
Yeah,
die?
and I think that's when it came into the whole like that when it started becoming like the warlocky type of stuff was coming into play, I feel like. Yeah.
Got it. See, doing too much, but nothing
Yeah.
successfully, to be completely honest. It's like this book didn't know what genre it wanted it to be.
Yeah. I mean, even in the one what I read, she was like, "Oh, I just shouldn't have been flying in public in the moonlight." And I was like, "What did you think was going to happen? Like, what is happening right now?" And it was just like written so weirdly. Like the church that she went to, and then they like all hated her. And I was
Yeah.
like, "What is going on?" I'm very confused. It's very confusing.
Like maybe if this was a movie or a TV show, it could have been like a cool concept, but just as a book, it was like boring.
Yeah.
He went back in time?
They go back to her time, right? Like from her
Mhm.
witch trial stuff in Massachusetts.
I'm gonna look up book 2 because I'm annoyed because was it Whisper of Roses that we loved?
Yeah.
Is that what it's
We've
called?
Yeah, this
read.
is book 2, Touch of Enchantment, and, like, it has the
Ooh,
chainmail
that
hero.
is pretty. That's pretty.
Yeah. And so since Breath of Magic is 96, this is actually, like, also published in 96, 97, but it's set in the future for that time because it's their daughter, so it's actually, like, set in 2020. Like, yeah, which is kind of funny. And then
What?
she travels back in time to, like, 1200s Scotland.
How
Stop.
did
And she
she
actually
decide
hates
2020?
well, because if this is 96, 97, and then their daughter's 24-ish years older, like, she just had to make it 2020.
Oh no, I see what you're saying, but I'm like, I wonder if did she go into like detail of like how the world was?
Oh, no, not really, because it's
Oh,
very much just set in the city again, and, like, the heroine hates being rich. She hates her parents' magic, and she thinks her parents are, like, super cringy because 'cause they're all, like, in love and magical and stuff, and so, yeah. She just, like, leans into science and works for her
I
parents'
feel like
company.
that's always like when it's like a kid plot, like Little
Yeah.
Mermaid 2, when the daughter like hates her parents, wants to go into the
Yeah.
ocean.
Yeah, so, like, in that one, the heroine at the beginning, like, is talking about when she's young, and she's like, "I just wanna be a normal girl, I wanna have a McDonald's birthday party." I was like, "What?" She's like, "I hate all this magic."
Do those
Oh
even
my
exist in
gosh.
2020?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, yeah, the writing was okay. It was kind of all over the place. And also we've read other Teresa Medeiros books before and they were great. So this one was just like not the business.
Yeah.
Is book 2
Yep.
still rom-commy?
Not as much. Like, just a little bit in the beginning, kind of setting it up, but once she goes back to Scotland, it's kind of giving, like, those Julie Garwood, almost, like, Outlander-y vibes of the heroine in, like, the keep, you know, and kind of, yeah, less rom-com.
Hmm.
Yeah. That one was way more fun, unfortunately, for the book club. Mm.
Mm-hmm. What did you end up rating it, Justin? 2 stars?
He said
2.75.
2.75, yeah. So nobody liked it, which I'm annoyed because we keep on reading these books by, like, tried and true authors, and we pick, like, the worst ones from them.
Yeah, like
I
we literally
know.
went back and picked these books as like, oh, we're picking these to have some hits, like automatic. We know that Amanda Quick and Teresa Medeiros are going to be our favorites, and then they're not.
Yeah.
Oh, my point about this was, like, it's supposed to be 2020, so I was like, I don't think they even exist in 2020 anymore, like, that was a '90s thing. So to, like,
Hmm.
talk about
Like,
it in
birthday parties, yeah.
2020 is a
Yeah,
little
that's
bit
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like specific details like that just make it feel dated.
Yeah, even though it's supposed to take place closer to now.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, yeah.
I feel like at that point you almost have to create like a whole new type of world
Like
to
a
like
made-up place, yeah.
exactly. Kind of like the In Death series by like JD Robb, how they it's technically like now modern day is what she's talking about, but the way she has built the world, it's more like tech, like I don't
Mm.
know. Specific things like that just I feel like date books and I always cringe. I don't like them.
Yeah, same.
Oh my god,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
She didn't predict that.
No, no.
My god,
Yeah.
that's so funny.
But yeah, I'm bummed because I did like the other Teresa Medeiros that we read.
I know.
Mhm.
And, like, her other stuff is so
Well,
popular.
yeah, I was gonna say she has other good ones, but they're published, like, after 2000, which is
I
hard.
see.
Because even her other she has another paranormal duet that's vampire-y, and that one's way more. That's so good.
I've seen
And
that
not rom-com.
before. Yeah, I
Yeah.
have. That's so interesting how she kind of like blends genres, like fantasy and historical together. Well, I guess fantasy can be historical.
Yeah. Well, and she does a lot of, like, fairy tale retelling, so, like, the Beauty and the Beast vibes for that Whisper of Roses, and then even the Yours Until Dawn she did, that one's Beauty and the Beast too, and, like,
Oh, I love
then there's
that
another one of hers I read that was, like, Amnesia, and that one was awful because it was rom-com, so, like, she kind of does too much, and then they don't always work out.
Yeah, she has like a Sleeping Beauty one too, I think.
Mhm.
We do not
Yeah.
need rom-com historical romances.
Yeah.
All I can say.
I mean, people must have liked them then, I don't know. Maybe stuff was going on back then that they needed, like, just some fun, like, whimsical books, I guess, in the '90s, I don't know what people were going through.
I mean, they were probably very different from like, the bodice rippers like Kathleen Woodruss, so that's probably why people
True.
liked them, because it was a little different.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's what they're pushing now with historical romance, and like it's dying. So like maybe we can see
Yeah.
what is killing the genre.
I don't like
It always
rom-coms.
just comes back
I
around.
don't like regular rom-coms.
No,
No.
not my favorite.
Same. Yeah.
But did you guys see Diana Quincy is writing a thriller now?
What?
Yeah. So I'm just like slowly one by one, they're all leaving.
Let me see. I need to see this one.
I mean, it sounds good. I probably will read it because I do love her.
Yeah.
She's going
That
to
was
like
Lenora Bell.
She wrote a thriller?
It comes out like next spring. She has like a different pen name she posted on her stuff. Yeah.
This is exactly like the historical to romantic suspense pipeline from like the 90s authors. And
That's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. I was like, historical to mystery thriller pipeline needs to be studied. Like, why is that?
Well, first they did like
she's going by a
fantasy.
different name.
True.
And so is
Yeah.
Diana Quincy.
Yeah, they both are, yeah. But like first they all try to go to fantasy because like dragons and fantasy were really popular. Now they're like, that didn't work. Let's go to thrillers. Yeah.
Fantasy makes sense to me though, because like I said, fantasy and historicals to me give off the same vibes, just one has magic.
They all failed.
That
Like, well, and so who was that one? Wasn't like no, who was it that's like an OG historical romance author that
Jude Devereaux.
Was it Jude Devereaux? I was gonna say that, but I was like, is she even alive? Yeah, it was
Yeah,
her.
she is.
Gosh.
Hers was more like sci-fi though, which apparently she used to do back before, anyways, like back in the 80s or 90s.
Amanda Quick has, I don't know if it's fantasy or sci-fi, but Amanda Quick also has like a magical series. Let me look it up 1 second. I think she's writing it right now. Those are like the ones that come out now.
Jude Devereaux's net worth is $30 million, according to Google.
Okay.
She's 78. I just looked up how old she was.
Oh, it's under her Jane Ann Krentz, I think.
Oh, Amanda Quick stuff. I didn't know she did fantasy as well.
With one this year. It's called It Take the Psychic.
Oh.
It's the 17th book in the Ghost Hunter series. Okay, that's too much.
Wow. Yeah. It's interesting how they switch up. I guess they're just trying to see whatever works, whatever publishers want, I feel like, because if their publishers all said we don't want historical right now, then like what are the authors going to do? You know, they have to go write something.
I know.
Yeah, and like I don't want to like pigeonhole an author into like one genre, but at the same time I'm like, just write historical.
It's not like they're wanting to branch out, they're being forced to.
Yeah. Like unless they did indie, they're not going to be able to. Yeah, they can't write historical right now.
Which I wonder the connection between the mass market and the dying of historical romance, because like I feel like people are so, especially the new readers from like the COVID era, are so against mass markets, but it was like such a staple for 40 years and now plus like
I definitely feel like there's going to be like some type of documentary overall, because like I feel like when they had like the Mass Max paperbacks, that just like screwed everything up. And then you had Bridgerton, The Rise of Bridgerton, which I feel like honestly destroyed historical romances. And then you had COVID. So yeah.
But I feel like COVID caused a surge in historical romances for like a year. And then
until like Book Talk came around.
Like on Book Talk and stuff, at that time I feel like people were more into like small town and then dark romances, and historical romances were just like left in the dust.
Yeah, absolutely. And publishers just wanted whatever was already like built in popular and like what Book Talk was loving, so they put all their money behind those.
But then also the bookstores weren't carrying mass markets, because I remember I went to Barnes & Noble and I'm like, where are the new historical romance releases? Like they came out. Why are they not on your shelves?
Right. Yeah. And then like some of the prices are insane. Like $10, $12 for a freaking mass market is insane.
Oh yeah, because they were raising those prices. But like the cozy mystery genre is fine, and those are mostly mass market. So
well, I don't think the demographic is overlapping much.
No, well, apparently like the publisher surviving with that size, but like historical romance couldn't.
But supposedly, like, mass market's going away in general, like, the main manufacturer, whoever makes that size, is, like, stopping at the end of this year or something like that, so I wonder what that will mean for all those other ones. Because I know even Charis Michaels, like, speaking of historicals, her new book is gonna be, like, trad size. Yep.
Ew. I do
Yeah.
not like, I can't read a historical romance in a big book.
No,
Yeah.
I literally can't.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say for the cozy mysteries? Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Lost my train of thought. Oh, even fantasy. Fantasy still has mass market too, like Brandon Sanderson and stuff. You can find mass market in that.
But usually they'll do
And
that after the fact, like, they'll
yeah,
do
that's
the
true.
hardback, then the paperback, then the mass market.
Yeah. But I wonder if they're going to get rid of them for other genres as well, and, like, historical was just the first one that felt it, and the rest will come in waves.
That's unfortunate because like price rise, if you're like investing in a cozy mystery or fantasy series, it's so much cheaper to get it mass market.
Yeah. Mhm. Yep, it's true.
I didn't know that. Diana Quincy, Louise James, and
Gallery Books is publishing it?
Has Sarah McLean written a historical in a while? I feel like she
No,
switched
but
up.
her turn to women's fiction is doing her very well.
Wild, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Yeah, me too. I can stack like 3 shelves deep, and like my historical section is so nice.
Mhm.
But I say all of that, and I predominantly read ebooks and audiobooks now. Like it's so rare that I'll even pick up a physical book. So
Yeah.
yeah, I totally agree with you, Justin.
I don't know. I don't like it wouldn't feel the same. Like imagine reading, I don't know, Lisa Kleypas in a trade paperback size.
Yeah.
No, I mean I have some hardcovers, but not anything. But those are like
But is it
special
only because we're, like, familiar with it being mass market because we were,
for
like,
sure.
expecting the clinch and the step back, so, like, if
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
already trad, like, to begin with that size, we probably would have been fine with it.
But I
Yeah.
wonder if they'll bring back clinch covers, like the step back then, because
I feel like
all these trad books have it now. Like think about everything like with what is it, Katie Roberts all have like gorgeous art on the first page. That's a step back.
Yeah.
Like
But are those the
Yeah.
original covers? Because I feel like authors do that as like special editions, or they change their covers. Because the Katie Roberts covers were honestly terrible. They looked like they were made off Canva originally.
no, these are like when they turn to trad. So I like the
Mm.
new covers, and then
Yeah,
the
yeah.
art is stunning inside of them.
And then I know that like Megan, what's her last name?
Quinn?
Megan Quinn, she did like a historical but special
Clinch.
edition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But those are all things that the authors are doing usually on their own, like, budget and money, like, the publishers aren't doing those type of covers for them. And
Yeah,
especially
because
with them getting rid of artists, like, I feel like clinch covers and step backs won't be a thing with historicals unless the authors pay for it to be done themselves, which usually they don't have the budget.
yeah, true. But I feel like it's interesting because all of those authors, like when you talk to them, they built so much inspiration from historicals. Like that's the thing. It's just like people don't understand that historicals were literally like the building blocks of the genre. Put some respect on their name.
I know. But that's kinda like with so much stuff, like, people don't they think the new thing they just picked up is, like, the newest, hottest, coolest thing, and they
Right.
don't realize, like, the building blocks it came from,
I agree.
sadly. Yeah. I don't
We
know.
sound so old. We're like back in my day. Not even back in our day because these are old
It's just
books.
wild to
Yeah.
live through it because all of us have been reading historicals for so long that we were
Right.
still around when it was thriving, like, so recently.
Yeah.
To, like, watch it
Sad.
disintegrate so quickly is absolutely insane.
Mhm. I know.
Also, no one cares about letting people afford anything anymore, so
Yeah, that
That's
too.
very true. Probably not. So sad.
Mm-mm. I feel like they wouldn't I don't even think I've seen some I won't even say who they are, but I've seen some people who read, like, contemporary stuff and talk about it on TikTok or Instagram, and, like, they don't even know the word, like, mass market, like, they'll read it and they have no idea what it means, like, what it's in reference to.
Mm,
interesting.
thing. Poor historicals,
Yeah.
man.
I know.
But we're
I'm
here
so
every month.
interested to see what's gonna
Reading
happen
what?
in the cozy mysteries. 'Cause
I
that's
mean,
been on the
so
mass market.
I mean, already they are in a bigger size. They're in, I wouldn't even call this trad. I would say this is like max, sort of it's called. Let me grab it.
But like Ellie Alexander's Bake Shop Mystery, I still get those, the new releases, and those are all mass market.
True.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
But her newer series, like the Secret Bookcase, is in this size.
Yes. That's a different publisher though, right? Because I don't think
yeah,
they look more indie than trad, those in paperback. So I don't know what their publishing is like for printing. But I do like those sizes too.
No, I like those sizes. I mean, for a cozy mystery, I don't really care if it's in mass market or not. Because sometimes I'll get a hardcover. Because Amanda Flower, a lot of her books are in hardcovers.
Oh, okay.
Boo. Boo, boo, boo.
I don't know if there's any other. So I'm trying to think of like when you look at Barnes & Noble, like what other genres have mass markets for first print run.
Yeah.
No, I feel like that's a historical and cozy mystery thing.
So, like, why?
I feel like not so much now, but like those old like mystery spy books, those used to be in mass market because it would be like right next to the historicals at the grocery store.
Yeah. I'm reading this thing online. It says that cozy mysteries are going to be getting rid of paperbacks as well. That publishers mass market paperbacks.
Like just overall, no more.
Oh yeah, no. We're
his face.
No, sorry, mass market paperbacks.
No, he's gonna riot.
I have space for that.
That's insane, though. They're just not doing mass markets anymore.
Yeah, that a bunch of let's see, like the largest distributor of mass markets is going to stop distributing them at the end of 2025, and publishers are shifting towards trade paperbacks, which are larger and have higher margins for publishers and are better suited for online and independent bookstore sales. So the low cost option,
not like keeping them, and they want to make more money off of each book is what I'm assuming.
Yeah, they just want to make money. Yeah. Yep. True. And like all those like old westerns and like a bunch of like those crimey type of ones that like were very dude books, you know, like in the 90s. I feel like I used to see a lot. Yeah.
I was like, I feel like with like moms and stuff, you either had the moms who read historic romances or you had the ones who read like the spy books.
Yeah, true.
Oh my gosh. So this article came out in February. It said, of the top 50 bestsellers and mass market paperbacks in 2024, only 14 of them were new releases. So like people were only buying old releases in mass markets and they didn't want to buy the new releases in mass market.
Yeah.
So they're classics that are normally in mass market though.
Oh.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I remember I think it was Penguin or something, whenever they do those classic editions, like some of theirs were some of the best selling like paperbacks. But again, those are classics that like people just pick up in, you know, all the time.
Yeah, to have different editions of, not necessarily like actually reading them.
I feel like this is unfair though, because it's like John Grisham, Stephen King, David Baldacci, Lee Childs, Nicholas Sparks, like they're all the bestsellers in mass markets. I was like, but they're bestsellers anyways. Like I feel like you can't
compare.
Yeah. Well, this thing said that mass markets accounted for only 3% of all book units sold in 2024, and that sales have been a steady downward trend for years for mass markets, and so they're eventually just giving up.
But I also think like bookstores aren't stocking them. So it's correlation versus causation, like what's actually causing the decline of mass markets, because they're not buying them to put in their stores, so nobody's going to buy them.
I mean, yeah, there's so much. It's like the bookstores aren't stocking them. There's no marketing for them, really. A historic romance author who's doing mass market paperback is not going on brand trips. It wasn't showing up to book signings. Like, it's just,
Yeah. It was just a bunch at once. And like Barnes & Noble changed a lot with their like owner shakeup or whatever they did, and where they were trying to do that new floor plan of getting rid of them and doing like how the Waterstones or whatever
Target doesn't even stock them anymore. That was recent. I remember that.
Yeah. I feel like it's just a lot of things that played into it all at once.
This is
annoying. And the publishers are obviously just over money. Like that's all they want. They don't care.
Are more expensive. The cost is now going to be a huge barrier for readers because they're not going to read as much as they want to because books are too expensive now.
Yep.
Because that's why they had mass markets, is so people could buy them. And they're like, no, we don't want everybody to read. We want to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do still see the mass market option on Amazon for a lot of books, especially like the thrillers and the mysteries.
Yeah. But then if people aren't buying them and it was like what, 3 or 4% of the entire last year's sales, like I kind of get where they're coming from. Like,
I mean, I suppose I'm contributing to that. I'm like, because I don't actually, because I really truly like read audiobooks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said even Walmart stopped
Like
stocking
giving
mass
to-
market, which is insane.
I agree with ebooks can be expensive. Personally, if it's not on Kindle Unlimited or I can't get it at my library, then I'm not reading it.
But
like,
I think they've always been expensive for trad books. Like, I don't remember a time where they were cheaper.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather physically own my book with how Amazon actually owns it, and I don't when I buy an ebook. So,
Yep.
I feel like this all stems from TikTok. I feel like there's such a disdain for mass markets on TikTok, and they're driving the market and have been since I know, Samantha, you love TikTok, but like they drive the market now, and like everything tries to cater to what's popular on TikTok. Even though it's done wonders,
they did that.
Sales and stuff, it's like,
I mean, it helped a lot of authors like get publishing deals and like indie go to trad and stuff like that. But yeah, at the end of the day, I feel like it did worse for like the book community as a whole.
That's why clinch covers are gone, because they all hate naked men on covers.
It's like cringy.
So, yeah, they wanted like the discreet covers.
And that's all we have now, illustrated and discreet.
And it all comes back to internalized misogyny.
Like 2010s, every other book cover had a shirtless man on the cover. That was,
and nobody, I feel like, said anything.
Romance, and you knew what you were reading. And now,
yeah,
that's gone.
Because then they just branded it as smut, which somehow became like a dirty word, even though like they were calling everything smut at that point. So then they wanted the discreet covers, the illustrated covers.
Yeah. But then they don't make any sense, because then now, and like them, I'm saying like TikTok majority people, like then they wanted like super spicy, and it's like, but you can't handle a shirtless dude on the cover, like, but you want it crazy spicy in the first 10%.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you don't want to be in public with this book, but you're making a social media account talking about the book. Like, what is the difference?
And usually being more wild than things in the book. Like,
exactly. Although I do like TikTok. But yeah. You can have a discreet cover, and then.
But this is what historicals did in like the early 2000s. So
the
like
wallflowers,
like Amanda Quick, Lisa Kleypas, they all had like estates or like jewelry on the front, and then when you opened it, it had the step back.
Yeah,
I feel like we just see these cycles, and they keep on going. So maybe historical will come back again once these authors leave for a different genre, and now we'll have like a new crop come up.
True,
because it's happened.
Hopefully.
But
that's how I feel like with paranormal too, like paranormal being super popular in the 2000s, and then it just recycles over and over.
And dystopian.
Well, then new authors start writing it.
Yeah.
Oh, and dystopian.
So then we'll be like, remember when people used to read Joanna Shupe, and like now it's some new lady, you know?
Yeah.
Like how we talk about Julie Garwood and Judith McNaught and all of them. Like that will be this era of authors.
Yeah.
I hope so. And it's not like it's just dead.
I know. Yeah.
I don't know. And I just feel like they always do try to chase what's popular and change. That's why they try to go rom-com. And I'm just like, it doesn't work. Historicals.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
For the most part, like I don't even keep up with that, because I feel like 98% of like what I read is indie authors at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just need people on TikTok to talk about historical romances in general.
Okay, but they all love Bridgerton. The show,
but like how many of them actually read the books and liked them?
Yeah. And if they did, they talk trash on the books.
Yeah, or they are just comparing it to the show.
Yeah.
The show comes out in January though, doesn't it?
Yeah, January or February. Or I think it's in 2 parts again.
That's so I hate that.
Exciting though.
Finally getting Benedict.
My baby. I love him so much. I love him so much.
Yeah.
I feel like we just turn into a rant every time we have our book club.
I know.
It's fun of it. We're little old ladies.
At least we all agree. Like,
Yeah.
everyone in the comments too. Like, we get it.
Oh, I've said that so many times that I don't even think Bridgerton is the best historic romance. Like, it shocks me that that's the one that got the biggest deal, because I'm like, the Wallflowers, like so many other series would have done just as good, but
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like some of these other authors, like, I'm sure they've gotten deals over the years, and maybe they're just more protective over their IP and stuff being picked up and like who does it and things like that. So hopefully that's the case. I don't know.
Emily Rath's is a historical though, and that just came out trad, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. She had a new one, which was it her new books or was it from her old
Beautiful
series?
Things came out, and then His Grace the Duke comes out this week.
Yeah, but okay, so maybe they were indie published, but they were always in a trad
size
paperback. They were not in mass market.
Right, that's trade paperback, but it's getting a like a traditional deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, trad and trade are different. Yeah.
Yeah, but for me, when I read that one, I didn't mind it not being mass market because that's like a poly historic romance. So I'm
saying like it's like being published now. Like I'm shocked like that it's being picked up and published by a publisher because it is a historical romance.
Yeah. No, but I was saying like probably because it is poly, I feel like it's super like people don't really see it as historical. Even though it totally is.
I don't know.
Like, oh, it's gonna be spicy.
Yeah.
Art to her Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just unfortunate.
Was that her first book published? That historical romance trio? That trilogy? No. I think it was.
Could be before her whatever that other series
is. It was definitely before her.
She blew up for Pucking Around, so that was after. Yeah. Only one of my libraries has Diana Quincy's new audiobook.
Yeah, none of mine had her new audio. They only have like the ebook. Yep.
Also, my library, I tried to get this book from the library and it wouldn't let me read it on my Kindle. It only was like you can
from
use
Libby?
EPUB. Yeah. And like when you click read with, it only had the EPUB option and it didn't actually work, like to download the EPUB. So I had to either read on my Libby app on my iPad, which I did not want to do, or just buy it for Kindle, which I ended up doing because it was $5. And I was like, fine.
That's weird. I know Hoopla was always weird like that. I never had Libby do that.
Yep.
Yeah,
I was able to my Kindle the other day, but it wouldn't let me do it for that one.
I don't think I would read it if it was on the Libby app.
No, I'm not doing this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to read on my iPad. No, thank you.
That's why I don't use Hoopla often, because that's how Hoopla is. Like you have to read it in the app, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
No, I only do audios from Hoopla.
Yeah.
Same. But I was surprised they had the ebook. Kindle had it, and then I got excited because I was like, oh, download the audio, and then it's like AI voice narration.
Oh
no.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
Which is annoying.
Yep.
But she doesn't have any audios, does she, Teresa Medeiros?
No,
I think some of her like off the wall ones, but not a ton of her historicals did. Like it was like her Just Wicked or some other type of or later ones she had.
There was 2 audiobooks at my library, but I didn't pay attention to what the books were. They just weren't ours.
Oh, okay.
She didn't have a ton.
I wonder why they don't do audios for those.
Maybe because they're older and she doesn't want to go back.
But it's
maybe whoever. Yeah. Because did we figure out last time, is she still alive?
Teresa Medeiros?
Because it was either her or whoever like owns her
estate,
all her books. Maybe they just never got into doing the audios. Yeah.
Let's look up. We have looked up our past authors quite deeply. Medeiros.
She's German. She is. She's only 62.
Oh, she is
she's white. Okay.
pretty.
She wrote her first novel at 21.
She was a nurse. She's pretty.
Because I wouldn't consider her like one of the OGs, right? Because she was writing like mid to late 90s when she first started.
Right.
So that makes sense that she's younger.
Yeah.
She founded a publishing house in 2013 called Amber House Books.
Interesting.
She currently has over 10 million books in print and is published in over 17 languages.
These covers, though, are ugly. I think I'm on
hideous.
the same page as you. Her new covers, like her Whisper of Roses with that man.
They look like,
Oh,
like I said, they look like they were created on Canva.
They do.
I mean, if that's cheaper. Interesting. Are there any audiobooks for mass market? I mean, you mean like historicals? Yeah.
Tons. Maybe just not for Teresa Medeiros.
Yeah. A lot of authors have audiobooks like Lisa Kleypas, Kathleen Woodiwiss, Johanna Lindsay, Amanda Quick. Either them or the estate goes back and like will do audiobooks for the books.
Yeah.
But I wonder if even that will stop now that historical romances are kind of like fading into the distance.
Because didn't Kathleen Woodiwiss, those recently came out, like within the past year.
That's why we read one of them, because the audiobooks were coming out.
Yeah, like a year or two ago.
Like the exception, because she is such a OG, you know?
I know, but why did that take until 2024 to come out with them when she's been an icon since they...
Literally.
Yeah. Well, I feel like some of these authors are just out of touch with like what's happening in the book world or what people want, you know? And they're like, oh, people are still reading my books. Like, okay, audios are happening.
Own their estate. They probably have like a lot of hoops to jump through to try to do it.
Yeah.
And have to want to.
Yeah.
Is there anything else to chat about?
Have you guys thought of any other authors to read for next year?
Oh, we had to pick that, don't we? Did we pick two?
Yeah. We have one for sure. We have the Johanna Lindsay, that like angel one or whatever.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's a favorite with a lot of people.
Yeah.
The Western?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We haven't read a Western in a long time, to be fair. I was like, you hate Westerns except the Lorraine Heath one.
I was like, that's because of me.
That's like the one exception for you.
And then the Lisa Kleypas one, we would have to we could switch to her other series, which is the Capitol Theater one.
That could be fun. Because the one you saw had like a lot of bad things.
Yeah, it was problematic. Not something I think we want to read.
Which one is the one you said, Capitol?
Yeah, Capitol Theater. They're... I've read those, but they are pretty good. They're very old school like vibes and tropes. Why is everything in Spanish right now? On Goodreads.
Oh, because you're mine. Or Somewhere I'll Find You?
Yeah, Somewhere I'll Find You, I think is the first one. Yeah, there it is. They were showing me like the Spanish title for it.
We're reading Loretta Chase next month.
Yeah, The Last Hellion. That one doesn't say... Loretta Chase has audios too, so that one has an audio.
Oh, awesome, because I don't own this one.
I don't think I own this one either. Little pink cover. Super cute. Grace Calloway. I think we've talked about Grace Calloway, but I don't think she has books published before 2000.
Yeah, no. Hers are like nowadays.
I'm good with reading Somewhere I'll Find Me. Okay. Somewhere I'll Find You. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm good with that too.
Okay. Then we just need one other one. We can figure that out whenever, or unless people had authors or anything to toss out.
Yeah, if you guys have any authors that you want us to read, let us know. Even if we've already read them once, then that's fine. I know we were thinking of reading that Ghost one with the cool shifting cover, but that one was hard to find, huh?
No, it wasn't. I read it actually. I read it this past.
Oh, okay.
I read it recently, but that one has an audio. It's on Hoopla. But that was like for next year. We might have been out of spooky season stuff. We were saying like for a ghost one in January or February.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was actually pretty fun. Yep. I did a vlog of like reading these two and then that one for like some paranormal spooky season historicals.
Ooh, Nicole Jordan. Yeah, I don't think we picked her because I think she doesn't write before the year 2000, but if she has a book in 2000, I feel like that could be work because we've never read her for the book club.
Okay, wait, she does have some old ones, but I think her old ones are Native American.
Maybe that's why. I think we looked up her stuff.
Because The Savage is one of her books.
Oh.
Published in 1994, yeah.
Gotcha.
And The Outlaw, she writes like a lot of American Colorado. So that's probably why we haven't read her old stuff. But I'm assuming The Seduction is not like that. I think her current stuff is not like that.
Yeah, because he's a lord.
Oh. The Seduction takes place in England. Okay. I have heard of her a ton. I just have never read her.
Yeah. I know I have a lot of her books, so maybe her.
Wait, I feel like this, what premise, we've read something like this. It says his sister's reputation is ruined, so he wants to destroy the nobleman who hurt her, and she's the sister of the guy he's trying to ruin. We've read something like that.
That's kind of similar to the that Gilded Age one with Megan McKinney, that one where it's like the hero, like his sister was ruined, and so he wants to get revenge on all these like families of society, and he steals or kidnaps the heroine.
Which one was that? You said Megan
that was that Lions and Lace?
Was that
Megan
one?
McKinney? Yeah.
I was like, I read this.
That one I loved.
I read this version before.
But that was like a Gilded Age, so maybe if this one's England.
I like that premise though.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm down.
This is for The Seduction?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, originally published 2000, so it's like right on the money there.
We've read a couple, or at least one, Jude Deveraux.
We're reading her in December, I thought, right? Jude Deveraux?
Oh, yeah, we are.
Oh, December reading Jude Deveraux.
From her Velvet.
I just filmed my TBR, so I was looking ahead at what our next picks were.
Yeah, we are.
We had The Last Hellion, then we had Velvet Angel.
Yes.
So is that 3? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Perfect then. Okay, cool. That's it, guys. Catherine Anderson. We've read a Catherine Anderson, haven't we?
Oh, is that the author who did Annie's song?
No, I remember. Now I remember. I did not like that book.
That's a choice, yeah. That book, at least. Maybe she has other better ones. Yeah.
So we'll post all of our
cool ones
on Instagram so you guys know. Hopefully some of them have audiobooks.
I know the Lisa Kleypas one does.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. And what was the other one that we're doing? Oh, Joanna Lindsay probably doesn't, but
she might. She has a lot of audiobooks.
Oh, does she? Joanna Lindsay?
Yeah, like her whole Mallory series is in audio.
What?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I need to go look that up. I've only done ebooks for her.
I'm pretty sure. Let me look. Maybe I'm hallucinating.
She might. I don't know.
Unless the library doesn't have them. Mine only has 5 of hers.
Mine has 8. Maybe I went on Hoopla then, because I listened to her Mallory series on audio for sure.
Oh.
Love Only Once has an audio. Gentle Rogue has an audio. Magic of
Yeah.
You.
Okay.
I
Dang,
think that's
maybe down
all
those in.
the Mallory Anderson series. So maybe just that series.
She
Okay,
has a
good.
ton
I need
of
to continue the series.
like Tender Rebel is an old one I know. Heart of a Warrior
Okay.
joining. I don't see the one I'm reading though.
I must have only looked up Libby before.
Oh yeah, she said Nicole, Jordan, and Johanna Liz don't have audiobooks. Well, it's fine.
Mm.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's hit and miss with a whole bunch of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the next few though do for this year.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. And at least they all have ebooks, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
All right.
Well, thank you guys for joining us. Sorry that this one was a dud.
Yeah, we had to all figure it out together.
It's okay. We're on the breach of a 5-star. I feel it.
The next 3.
We can sense it. Yeah.
But thanks, guys. We'll talk to you guys next month for our next pick.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.